That down. Let's move on to this, shall we? Jurassic World Rebirth is coming out, and again, it's kind of being the movie that's getting lost in the shuffle a little bit. Because when we talk about July, we're talking Fantastic Four, we're talking Superman, but Jurassic World's going to be big. Could end up being the biggest film of July, like out of Superman and Fantastic Four. Who knows? Now, one of the reasons, there are two main reasons I'm actually really looking forward to this one more than I have in a number of the recent entries. Number one is that the trailers actually look pretty damn good. I think better than the previous movies did. So this looks pretty good. But one of the other main reasons is because the actual screenwriter of the first Jurassic World film, or the first Jurassic Park film, has come back to write the script for this one, which kind of explains why the trailers feel more like those original Jurassic Park movies. But it's more than that. We just found out because the writer, Koepp, he just said that, he didn't work on the script alone. A little guy by the name of Steven Spielberg was working with him on it for like 6 months. This is what they say over at CBR. It says the following. During a recent interview with Deadline, Koepp confirmed that Spielberg was, quote unquote, really deeply involved during Jurassic World Rebirth's early stages of development, which has actually one of the reasons why he agreed to do the project. He revealed that he and Spielberg worked on the screenplay for 6 months. He says, he was very involved. That was one of the reasons I most wanted to do it, Koepp recalled, because Steven was deeply involved from the beginning. And for 6 months that we were working on the script, it was really just him and me. I'd send him my ideas and we'd work on them. And when you have Steven Spielberg's full attention, the results can be pretty spectacular. So here's, Rob, you and I have both been saying that one of the reasons this one looks more appealing than, say, some recent ones is that this is the first Jurassic movie in a while that truly kind of feels like it's going to have more in common and more in tone, very familiar to the original Jurassic Park movie. Well, it's got the same writer, but now we're finding out that Steven Spielberg was kind of there planting all the seeds as well. Rob, I consider Spielberg to be the greatest filmmaker of all time. How big of a deal, or maybe not big of a deal, do you think it is that Spielberg was that involved with the writer right from the beginning of the project?
I think it's a big deal because, if nothing else, Spielberg, the man, he's almost got a supernatural ability to stage an action sequence.
Yeah.
I mean, the way he can block, the way he really understands the language of cinema. And especially, coming off, he made 2 Jurassic Park movies. And I always marvel when I go back to the first Jurassic Park and the way he tended to shoot like the dinosaurs, and you can see it in this new movie. He was always keeping the camera from the perspective of human beings looking up at the dinosaurs, which I thought was a really brilliant thing to do because it always, there's not a whole lot of overhead shots. So you really get the feeling of terror and majesty at the same time. And these are things that he just has an innate ability to tell a story through shot by shot by shot. Truly, he has a truly cinematic mind. So I can imagine what it was like for him to sit in a room with Koepp and just be like sitting there going, what would be cool? We could go from like this to this. I mean, I would imagine these 2 guys were acting like they were, 8 years old with dinosaurs in there. They probably did get plastic dinosaurs in their hands. And Spielberg's like, yeah, man, you can have it like here. And I could imagine that he's blocking out shots.
They're dark helmeting it. Yes, Princess Vespa.
Yeah, I could imagine him doing that because, you see there's that one great picture. It's a classic photo of him with where the dig is, the Well of the Souls dig from Raiders, and you see him like looking down, and there's all the army men. Everyone's seen that picture, but he was doing that in his mind. He's sitting there setting up the shots, and he hasn't changed. I mean, I'm sure that it would have been great to have been in the room with those guys. That must have been maybe they shot one of their story sequences, and it'll be on the 4K.
Now we're like, I believe we're less than 2 weeks away now from this movie finally coming out. As we're getting closer, I've asked you this before, but with all the recent stuff we've seen and now like stuff with Spielberg and we're closing in on the film, like what's your expectation like right now? Like, what are you thinking we're going to get out of this movie? How good or bad do you think it's going to be? And how excited or not excited are you for it right now?
I have to say, I thought that the Jurassic World movies, all of them, even the first one, it was fine. You know, it did what it was supposed to do, but it didn't have an edge to it. Like, I hate to say this, but kids being threatened by dinosaurs, like the scene in the first film when the raptors are hunting the kids in the kitchen. I love that scene because
Oh,
it
it's
was
one of the
mean.
greatest ever.
Yeah, it's mean-spirited. It's like, I wanna see kids. I never believed that there was much of a threat, you know, and that but even looking at the trailers, like the one scene when they're in the hermetically sealed chamber and the guy's in the pressure suit or the suit where he's not gonna the biohazard suit and the dinosaurs, like, he's like, "Get me out! Let me out
Yeah.
of here!" You know it doesn't end well, and from that, I'm like, "Okay, the tone of this movie is exactly what I want from it." I mean, it doesn't look like they're gonna pull any punches.
Yo, it
And that's
feels like
what
they're
you
going.
want.
We said this before. It feels like it's going back to kind of its horror roots in many ways.
Yeah,
It's
I mean, even the opening of Jurassic Park 3, you know, the family,
oh
"Look,
yeah.
we're on the" I loved that. I mean, it of course didn't become as
It
but
was
the
not the
what
best of the franchise. No.
no, but what it that opening scene promised, I mean, it was pretty, look, you gotta make if you've got kids and dinosaurs, you gotta kill some kids, man. I want some mean-spirited dinosaur chomping action, John. Give it to me.
Kill the kids and the dogs. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp. Guys, one of the things that's really frustrating to me is that there's still a lot of stigma around men's mental health, but it should not be that way. Men are expected to always stay strong, keep it together, provide, perform, and yet over 6 million men in the US experience depression each year, and many go undiagnosed. It's okay to admit that you could use some help. Real strength is being able to say, I need to talk to someone. That's where BetterHelp comes in. With over 35,000 licensed therapists, BetterHelp is the largest online therapy platform in the world, having already helped over 5 million people. And it's super convenient. You can join sessions from anywhere, whenever it works for you. You can even switch therapists anytime at no extra charge. And the results speak for themselves. BetterHelp has a 4.9 out of 5 rating on the App Store with over 1.7 million reviews. So guys, if you're feeling the weight of the world, don't carry it alone. Talk it out with BetterHelp. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can connect you with mental health professionals who understand what you're going through. Our listeners and viewers get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Campea. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Campea. All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? I mean, the writer, who is the writer of the original Jurassic Park screenplay, has now saying that Steven Spielberg worked with him for 6 months on developing the script. Does that move the needle for you on how much you are or are not looking forward to this movie? Whatever you guys think about it, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.